All right, skip the countdown. Fucking I started watching some of this on the television. Yo, I really this dude he's a because he is just as bad as the people he hates. The Young Turks. He is just like Anita Sarkeesian. He thinks that he is the smartest person in the room, right? Look at this fucking. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. All right. All right. So I don't like paying taxes myself. So he's got this dude. I guess he's talking about Pete Buttigieg. New plan is highway robbery. So I'm listening to the shit. He's complaining about the dude being gay. He's saying, and it's funny too. Side note: you figured this dude would love fucking Kamala Harris because in her day, when she was a public prosecutor, she was putting black men away at record numbers for petty crimes. You know what I mean? She almost had a dude in jail for life because she wanted him to be the murderer. There was a Vice story about it and everything. And somebody like this dude who likes to pick your life apart, even though you could have done shit, you could have done dirt when you was younger, and turned your life around. It doesn't matter to this guy. Once the police pull you over, they try to fuck with you. It's on you. The burden's on you, not the police. Whatever the police put in their report is true to the T. Neither here nor there. So he's talking about this gay man's fucking, I guess, it said highway robbery. So I'm guessing it was transportation secretary, which I don't know what the fuck that is either. But I guess, the world needs a God for everything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to take care of the roads. Somebody's got to take care of the flowers, the animals, so on and so forth. A deity for everything. So I'm listening to this dude. And then he's talking about this guy, I guess, because the Democratic Party wants trains across America, I'm guessing. That's what he's saying. And this dude's trying to make it seem like it's preposterous because America is too spread out. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. You could take a fucking train from, and then his example is, let's get onto it. Let's let him say it.
I didn't pass up. So Pete Buttigieg is the head of our transportation.
I should say it too. I fast forward a little bit too because I wanted the thing of him saying the
department, a department that doesn't really need to exist, but he is, and even though his job should be as simple as taking the gas tax revenue and investing it in roads, Pete Buttigieg has broadened his definition of infrastructure to mean everything from childcare to climate-related stuff, and of course, he's obsessed with trains. I don't know what it is about the Democratic Party and their obsession with putting people on.
Listen, you know how hard it is to find a fucking train from Boston, Mass, to fucking anywhere in fucking Kentucky? I don't want to fly to Kentucky. I would like to take a train right into there and then take a train right out. Whatever. I think you can also take a train from New York to fucking, North Carolina. And then that's probably again, my fault.
Trains, but look at the map of the United States of America, compare us to European cities, and you will realize we are far too spread out for a rail system to be effective, let alone cost effective. And every idiot who tries to pursue train policy in the United States of America ends up failing miserably. And Pete Buttigieg will be the same.
Notice how he won't show you a map. It's the burdens on you. If this was a black man right now, that's funny too, because now the governor is a black man. You know what I'm saying? But he should have just said, check out the train maps. Check out the transit, the train. Yeah, just to check out the train maps. There's Amtrak. You think Amtrak only goes from fucking New York to New York? No, that's only public shit. They usually go from New York to Boston or fucking thing to Connecticut. And I want to say that that'd be ill to take a fucking country train across the thing, but my fault. When you come from Ecuador, that's my take too. I don't know if he's ever said what he is, but to me he looks like an Ecuadorian. And I know you're not white. I know you want to be a high stepping. You are a high stepping yellow. You know you want to be that type of white, but you just can't put it on your forms because you got to put other or it's fraud, and you're about the law. We all know you're about the law, but also too, we also see how much he looks stage left for somebody who's not reading off of teleprompter or off of a script of some sort.
Look at the California rail project that was
Might have
supposed
this
to
girl
connect San
reading
Francisco
cue
to Los
cards.
Angeles, estimated at $30 billion originally. The budget is already up to $100 billion. Oh, and by the way, it's not even going to connect Los Angeles to San Francisco. It's going to connect smaller towns in between those two in the hopes that in the future, after they spend over $200 billion building one station, that maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to connect one of the major cities, even though this thing was supposed to connect all the major cities, even though this is completely pointless because a flight ticket.
I mean, I don't know how pointless that would be. There's some places where it goes so whatever. There's transits everywhere. There's trolleys everywhere. And again, notice if deflating the map was a black person, he would be showing you all types of demographics. He would show you which way the train angle was gonna go, if it was gonna go over a hill or down a hill, through a river, whatever. He would have been showing you that shit right now. And he's talking as if America doesn't have a train system that goes from place to place. You know what I mean? Fucking, what is it? The spot he said, what is it? San Francisco to Los Angeles is a 6-hour fucking commute. 6-hour commute. You know what I mean? Fucking, it's an 8-hour commute from fucking Amsterdam to Paris, France by train. And that's if you don't take the bullet. That's if you don't take a bullet train. 8 hours from Paris to France. And I can only imagine what their terrain looks like. You know what I mean? Between Paris and fucking Thane. Who knows? I doubt it's a straight line, but my fault. This guy knows. He knows what's going on. Go on, my fault.
So there's really no need to take a train in order to transport yourself over this. But whatever.
What did he say?
All the major cities, even though this is completely pointless because a flight takes 45 minutes. So there's really no need to take a train. And
who the fuck always wants to fly, though? I don't want to fly. I would rather take a train than fly any fucking day in my life. You serious? Just because you would rather fly, Mr. Fart Sniffer. He don't look like he's sniffing his farts. He don't look like he just farted and he fucking sniffed something bad, yo. Holy fucking shit. My fault. That's smearing. But he does the same. It's smearing. My fault. Anywho. Yeah, dude. Flying is not really that safe. If you land, yeah, it's funny when you land too and everybody starts clapping. It's like, damn, what the fuck? Does this not happen all the time, yo? What show did I miss? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to go home now. It's like, there's not a boat that's going fucking home. Anyway, and then, again, trailing off. This guy. Well, just because you're, like, my aunt doesn't like to fly. I bet you my aunt would rather take a train opposed to a bus to get from fucking, you know, Boston to where her grandkids are at. My fault, Fart Sniffer. Go about your business.
In order to transport yourself over this, but whatever. That's no big deal. Pete Buttigieg has got us covered because Pete Buttigieg knows what the real issue with our roads and bridges are. And it's not that the American Society of Civil Engineers has given our infrastructure a D, who has said that some of our bridges are absolutely mediocre, best case scenario, and the other ones are structurally deficient, worst case scenario.
What about
the fact
that
that our infrastructure was built, was baked into the asphalt that made all the roads.
What happened to the fence, though? Didn't all the money go pooling into a fence? Those roads should have been fucking filled up a long time ago. There was 4 years of a Republican in there, and apparently those roads weren't fixed.
With racism, and Pete Buttigieg is going to be pursuing an equity agenda in terms of infrastructure policy. Now, obviously, this means that there were too many white people in construction companies building our roads and bridges. So Pete Buttigieg is going to prioritize racial status in terms of who's getting...
But, wait, what? Damn, I don't know.
Contracts, and obviously way too many men, so racial and gender status and who's getting all the contracts.
Secretary Mayor, could you give us the breakdown of the implementation of justice?
My fault though too. Fucking yeah, there probably is a lot of, but that's old shit. You know what I mean? Old relations. Gotta make new relations. Go on, yo. He knows things. He knows life.
This 40 with the infrastructure package that's now passed and signed into law, and also can you give us the construct of how you will deconstruct the racism that was built into the roadways that you talked to Rio earlier when you brought that information to us? Can you talk to us about how that could be deconstructed?
For sure, yeah. So the principle of Justice 40 is that at least 40% of the clean investments in this bill will go to benefit the communities that are overburdened and underserved. So part one of that is defining those investments that are eligible, and that's a lot of it, and we're working to map
He
out
already talks fast? God damn it.
What would qualify. For example, if we're buying clean buses, right? How do we make sure, in terms of where those buses go, but also looking at the business opportunity, the jobs that are going to be created, the businesses that will have a chance to compete for
You know, it's funny, they had clean buses back in the day when they had the fucking trolley system. But those shits are just fucking what do you call it? Just hard to manage. The fucking shit be clicking off. I don't know. There's probably a way. There's probably a way, but I don't know. I don't know who this guy is.
The business opportunities it creates. That, too, I think is a very important element of equity here that's in the spirit of Justice 40. And again, we have a lot of guidance and oversight from the White House since that's an administration-wide initiative. We know that we've got to build our own internal kind of ways of aligning and defining that inside the administration.
Now, I, for one, am going to be really happy, really satisfied, really overjoyed when I find out that a black trans midget built the bridge that I'm currently falling off of because it collapsed.
Black trans midget. No facts, huh? What was you about to say there? Trans built the bridge that I'm currently falling off of because my fault. You live in this? This is the city you live in? I hope this is the city you live in and you're not just fucking complaining about something else. Or a city that you frequent. Or a city that your parents or some loved ones live. Like, what the fuck? Wow, like, what the fuck does this dude have to do about being a black midget? Did he hurt you in some way? Fart sniffer? You should stop probably smelling your farts and, you know, that should stop rotting your brain. You know, you would judge people on what they, like, you've never said anything bad about, the potholes, and you did say something about Domino's Pizza and potholes, and I remember that commercial because there was like, yeah, you call Domino's Pizza and they'll come and fill your potholes for you. Which is, that's just the city. That's the city being fucking lazy. That's both the city and the town not caring. Because shit, where I live or where I work, fucking, they call in the city to like, yo, there's a pothole over here. Motherfuckers is over there with speedy dry or quick cement and a heartbeat. But yeah, I don't know, to each their own. Different strokes for different folks. I mean, that's what you should have been doing. If this is what, like, yo, if you were so concerned about, you know, fucking potholes and all because this black gay midget, this gay black midget. Holy fucking shit, dog, yo. Holy shit. The racism's deep, yo. Holy shit, the racism deep. It is, yo. Holy fuck, yo. Holy fuck. Because we already got past that, you know, Biden wanted to put probably a black gay man into power. Or maybe to make some decisions or whatever. But what the fuck does this shit got to do with this dude being a midget, yo? What the fuck? My God. Yo, y'all be generating some different type of hate, dog, yo. Holy shit. Was this dude really the mayor of your town or something? Or is it just because now fucking Domino's is gonna be like, yo, anywhere in the US of A you call? Matter of fact, it couldn't have just been this dude unless he was from Boston, Mass, because that's where I seen that commercial at. Holy shit, let me find out that was one town. If anything, that's beautiful. That is beautiful that Domino's Pizza fucking took the initiative to fucking fill potholes themselves as they was delivering pizzas. Oh, my fault, dude. My fault, fart sniffer.
Due to the fact that Pete Buttigieg is completely focusing on the wrong things. It's really stunning. It's really brave. It's really charming. And I really appreciate that he's prioritizing the right things. I mean,
I would love a train
predisposed
system.
to construction work seems a little bit ridiculous. Obviously.
Every time I go to work too, I see females in straight construction gear going to these places that are infrastructures are being put up. Like, I don't know why they keep talking about these infrastructures like things are not being put up. You know what I mean? I know, again, I don't know, roads would be focused by whoever the fuck. Yeah. Hassan Piker one time, I don't even really care much for that dude. Not to say that I hate him. Not saying that I like him. You know what I'm saying? The dude is entertaining sometimes. But yeah, he said one day that, yo, and it's crazy because, yeah, niggas gotta travel. And I know there's a lot of dudes out there that travel, but yeah, niggas gotta travel. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. He would say, it's like, yo, there's nothing crazier than being on a train and traveling from one country to another country. That is nuts. That is nuts. And I'm not talking about like fucking from the border to the thing. I think that shit's kind of deep. And again, 8 hours from France to fucking Amsterdam. I would love that trip. What? 8 hours? Pop some mushrooms? Bug the fuck out? Yo, you can make a day out of that shit. That shit is crazy. Yo, you can make a literal day out of that shit. 2 days in Amsterdam, 2 days in fucking France for whatever reason. Back to 2 days in Amsterdam because that's where the fucking drugs are. Back home, yo. Imagine doing that shit in the U.S., dog. Imagine you could take this fucking train we'll even keep it basic, from Maine all the way down to fucking Florida, or somewhere to North Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere even Midwest, yo. Holy shit, even to fucking Canada. My fault, bro. You think, listen, this is what's wrong with you conservatives, yo. You right conservatives and you left conservatives. You do not want to think about the future. Money gets thrown away regardless of the fact. Fart sniffer. You know what I mean? Money gets thrown away regardless. Money gets thrown away at war. I would say fucking welfare and all that shit, but no, there's people that do need that. Even though my selfishness is like, why can't I have it? Again, no, it's out for the thing. Fucking salute to those that fucking do it. you know what I mean? Holy shit, these dudes want you to be staggered. They want you to fly a fucking dangerous ass plane. I mean, granted, yeah, trains do fucking thing when people throw like fucking pennies on the fucking track or whatever. But yo, you see these bullet trains that they have in Japan? What? Why wouldn't you want to ride a train, fart sniffer? What's wrong with you? Why would you just want to be dangerously dangling in the air? You know what I'm saying? So some terrorist dude can be like, Hamala Shakakala, and then, you know, your law degree is right down the drain? Oh, man, my fault. This dude does say some stupid ass shit. You know, this motherfucker once said that the black community doesn't have a language gap. Like, every black person speaks fucking American. Like, fucking, there's no Haitians in the world. There's no fucking Cape Verdeans in the world. Because I'm thinking he's meaning Afro-Americans, meaning Africans as well. You feel me? Nigerians that come here. South Africans that come down. Like, what ignorance comes out of this Ecuadorian's fucking gigantic fucking forehead, bro? Look at this mongrel, yo. He looks like the leader. Yo, if you fucking... Yo, this is the leader right here. Holy shit, my fault.
Women need to be out there putting asphalt in the ground and filling potholes. That's something that they're totally prone to do and totally excited to do, and we need black female.
The girl that I work with, there's plenty of females that work with fucking thing that drive trucks. You will see these chicks drive trucks. They'll get in the dirt. What are you talking about, fucking fart sniffer? Stop being so happy about sniffing your farts, yo. What? This is that Ecuadorian logic. What the fuck is going on? Yo. Oh my shit. And then it's like, yo, you wonder why people are trying to tell me to touch grass. Because I'm telling them shit that they probably not fucking accustomed to. You hear this guy? Do you fucking hear this dude? He's like, oh, there's no female doctors. There's no female engineers. Yeah, I mean, granted, there's probably a small fucking minority of them. But they fucking exist. You weirdo, nigga. And you just don't want black females doing shit? This dude really doesn't like black females. Holy fucking shit.
Asphalt makers, man, we need them. And we need the asphalt to be green asphalt, like environmentally conscious asphalt, so we really need to work on that. Maybe people just will invest in those solar roadways that are an absolute disaster that Thunderfoot has made 600 videos debunking. Now look, the black trans Scientologist midgets who are going to be building roads in the future is just one aspect of the equity agenda that people are going to deal with. Because it turns out, not only were we fundamentally racist and horrific in our road building by giving money to white people, way too many white people building those roads, we were also horribly racist in the way that we constructed bridges, because allegedly, according to Mayor Pete Buttigieg, these bridges on the...
Again, somebody that works in the fucking, what do you call it? YouTube sphere? Yeah, dude. Life is a cutthroat fucking... Life is really cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those fucking contracts that go to, like, cities that do certain shit, yeah, majority of those businesses are fucking white. They are fucking white, bro. And there's no going around it. You know what I mean? Granted, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fucking contractors out there that are black that get their fucking small thing. You know what I mean? Like, they probably get colleges and shit like that. But yeah, big city contracts and shit like that usually do go to fucking white people. Let's not trip. Let's not lie about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that, you know, one of the fucking managers happened to be a black person that runs the contracting thing? You know what I mean? Or it might be ran by a fucking white dude, but then there's like 1,000 fucking Latins operating the fucking shit, dude. I don't know. I might be talking just because of my space. So I might just be talking because MySpace. But fucking shit, though. Go out into the world, Joe. Go out into the world where fucking, you know, your language barrier is only between your apartment and fucking Chinatown, bro. If the language barrier is only broken when you go into Chinatown, you're in the wrong place. And he's still Spanish. Holy fucking shit, Doug. What type of ignorant, stupid shit is that to say? I'm talking about transportation, not fucking linguistics, Coop. Go on.
Parkways are too low for buses to prevent Puerto Ricans from going to the beach. No, I'm not joking about that.
What?
That's a serious case that Mayor PD has made related to our infrastructure and how systemic racism is literally built in. It's in the concrete. It's in the asphalt. It is in every aspect of America. The arteries of our nation are roads. And guess what's in those arteries? Racism, meaning that the blood that pumps in our nation is racist blood.
Yeah,
blood, racism,
dude,
blood,
bro.
soil, racism. That's what Pete Buttigieg is obsessed about.
Dude.
Yes, I just said Pete.
You fucking definitely went through this dude by his color. I guess it was because the lefts do it. But you did it as well. And threw a gay midget on top of it. This fucking guy, yo. It's just curious just what justice he is looking for. Persecute every black guy? Every black man needs to persecuted. Yo, if you ever go through his shit, not one story about a Spanish person that be fucking up. At all, yo. At all. Like that young Spanish kid that got shot in the fucking the security thing. I don't know. I'm gonna bite a bullet right there. I'll throw it out there. I bet you he didn't cover that shit. The young Spanish dude that the cops ended up shooting accidentally because they thought he was something else. Yeah, I doubt he fucking thing. I doubt he went there and fucking dug up that Spanish kid's history. I will look for it after this stupid video. Go.
Buttigieg is talking about blood in the soil, which, you know,
amazing
on my part, honestly.
Yeah, I forgot
but yeah, that's a huge deal.
As to where we target those dollars, you know, I'm still surprised that some people were surprised when I pointed to the fact that if a highway was built for the purpose of dividing a white and a black neighborhood.
That double vision. Yeah, we're all both for fucking capitalism. But yeah, I don't want you to make a fucking dollar.
If a highway was built for the
Go back to law school, yo.
Or if an underpass was constructed such
Go
that
back to
bus
Jedi
carrying mostly
school,
black
you
Puerto Rican kids,
cocksucker.
to a beach, or it would have
Where's
been
that shit
in New
at?
York
Yep,
was
all
designed
black
too low for it to pass
people,
by. But that obviously
all
reflects
black
racism that
people.
went into those design choices.
Now, Andrew from Don't Walk Run Productions, a very
my
good guy,
fault.
friend of the
Leftist
channel,
on the-
actually has a
leftist
video
on
where
the
he
left.
debunks this very specific
Leftist
talking point from Mayor
whiteys on the
Buttigieg
left.
and from the left wing about how
Whiteys on
parkways
the left.
have low
New
bridges
Aubrey
in order
evidence.
to prevent buses from
It's
taking people to the
crazy.
beach
You
in
wanted
order
that.
to
Yo.
enforce some kind of racism against Puerto
That's the other type of shit. This dude wants fucking Ahmaud Arbery to be fucking guilty just because he's black. He's like, oh, he was walking through the fucking thing. Always says he's talking about the facts, but will never tell you that. Well, he probably did again. You only seen one video, but I believe he never showed you that there was kids walking through there and other people walking through there. Never got fucking talked about. And fucking the dude who owned the spot told the guy not to fucking intervene. He's like, yeah, nah, let the cops handle it. And the guy still pursued. Oh yeah, mind you, too, the little kid. There was two little kids that went there and through the spot and stole like what is it? Fucking floorboard or some shit. Probably to like jump their bikes. Those kids didn't die. Two little white boys did not die for stealing some shit. When these guys were so hard on about a black man stealing shit out of a house or property that they did not own.
Ricans specifically, but probably also black people. And it's fantastic. I definitely recommend you watch it. I will link it in the description. But to give you the long and short of how ridiculous this idea is, it makes a lot more sense to point out the fact that parkways have lower overhanging bridges, because parkways are for passenger cars only. So why would you need the bridges to be much higher and much more expensive in order to have vehicles cross under them when those specific vehicles are banned from the parkway in the first place? Therefore, you would just be spending more money raising the bridges for no particular purpose.
Or if an underpass was constructed such that a bus carrying mostly black and Puerto Rican kids
Judge
to a beach, or would have been in New York, was designed too low for it to pass by.
He wanted those guys to get off.
But that obviously reflects racism.
It was self-defense in their eyes.
That obviously reflects racism that went into those design choices.
But that obviously reflects racism that went
I'm
into
going
those
deep into
design
this
choices.
shit.
You know, we talk a lot on this channel about desperately searching for
3
racism, trying to
years,
cling to something in the
nothing
past in
about
order to say
any
it's bad, so
Spanish
you in the
people.
future looking back can say, I'm better than those
Any-
people.
unless
And this
these
is one of the
Spanish
more
people are
ridiculous
lefties.
examples. And again, if Pete
All
Buttigieg, the transportation secretary,
black
knew anything about transportation in the United States of America, he would know that passenger
black
cars
people.
are the cars that are allowed on parkways.
Holy
Therefore,
shit,
what he was saying was ridiculous. The most
Nobody
simple
likes
answer,
Bosch.
Occam's razor, is usually the
Shit,
correct
look at
answer,
this.
and that is 100% true in this case.
Breonna
But yet,
Taylor,
Mayor Pete,
2.0
really angry,
debunked.
really upset, gotta raise those bridges, gotta spend all that money. I mean, we have degraded infrastructure all over this country,
Again,
but what we
this
really need to
dude
do
wants
is
this
raise
chick
it
to
up
be
so that
killed
way
because
minorities
she
can
owned
take
a
the
drug
buses
dealer.
and not go on the parkway because they're not
Fuck
allowed on the parkway, so that they can get to the beach, so that we can fight racism in the past in places like New York and all these places that built their bridges that overhang their roads in one of the most efficient ways that was practical at the time, but Pete Buttigieg is trying to label racist. Now look, this is all so far standard wasting of money with a little bit of democratic racism infused into it. It's actually not that surprising because when you think about it, the gas tax should cover everything that it needs to cover in terms of our roads and bridges in the United States of America. Every single American pays 17.
What's up? What we hold taxes? Taxes? The fuck are you talking about, dude? What the fuck? You paying fucking gas? Yo, again, these fucking people that are not hardworking and the government's taking your fucking money, bro. When the government starts putting their hands in your pockets before you see a dime out of your shit, stop telling these dudes to do shit with taxes, dog. Fuck you. Fuck you. We pay these people way too much money already as it is, dog. You know what I mean? You're making fucking internet easy sitting down on the fucking table money. You do it. You pay fucking gas tax. You do it. Fucking what? The fuck is wrong with you, yo? Yeah, every American pays gas tax.
Directly to the federal government that was supposed to go to the highway fund and pay for our roads out of every single gallon of gas that they purchase. So the more you drive, the more you pay for the roads and bridges in the United States of America. However, over the years, the highway fund has been changed.
Think about that shit too. You pay a luxury tax for having a fucking car. Think about that. This dude wants to throw more taxes for fucking putting gas in your shit, dog. Yeah, all right, cool. I'll just keep fucking an electric car. I'll get a fucking Elon Tesla and go straight electric. Fuck this nigga. You fucking feel me? Again, fart sniffer. Nobody likes smelling their own farts, yo. Stop speaking for everybody. I would love a fucking train system that goes from fucking where I am at to wherever the fuck there is in the US of A. Cross borders, dude, yo. You know what I'm saying? I would love to take a train from fucking, not just New Hampshire and fucking Vermont. I don't think last time I've even been to Vermont. Or Maine. You know what I mean? Or New York or Connecticut or, no, VA. Fucking North Carolina. South Dakota. North Dakota. Fucking East Kentucky. I want to go to Kentucky, bro. And I don't want to fly. I don't want to fly or ride a bus. I would like to be in a long fucking thing so where I'm able to walk fucking from fucking cart to cart. Maybe if it's long enough, I can get like, they do that shit in Japan, bro. They do that shit in Japan. Amsterdam to France. What is wrong with you, fart sniffer? How did your parents get over here into the U.S., dog? Was it by flying in somebody's suitcase? You know how banana boats people do? Now I'm being racist. God damn it. See how that works?
Diverted away from that into a generalized transportation fund. So we're subsidizing rail, Amtrak, we're subsidizing all these green energy products, and everything under the sun that the government wants to cover with that money, except for our roads, bridges, and highways. This is why they're in such decay. There was always enough money to cover what was needed to maintain these things, but that money is constantly being diverted to subsidizing other forms of transportation that politicians think that you should be utilizing more based on their own preconceived notions about how the nation should be managed. It's ridiculous in every way, but it's standard operating procedure. But one of the things that I want to talk about, one of the things that I really am going to emphasize in this video is the fact that the Democrats have this reputation as the party of the little man. The Democrats have the reputation as these people that are advocating for the individual that's downtrodden, while the Republicans are pro-big business and they're just looking for a way to crush the poor. Well, Pete Buttigieg, in light of that, in light of saving the downtrodden, has thought of a new scheme to create equity on the road. You see, they smear the police as racist. They talk about how the police are pulling over minorities all the time due to the fact that they're evil, racist police officers. So Mayor Pete has a great solution for that, and that solution is to put speed cameras all across the country. Now, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if these are implemented in your area, but they're implemented in mine, so I have a lot of experience with these speed cameras. And what the government does is first, they cut the speed limit to about 25 miles an hour. And 25 miles an hour is such a great speed limit if you want to drive from one light to another and you want that other light to turn red before you make it, so you're stuck in traffic consistently because you have to abide by the speed limit of 25 miles an hour. Because if you don't, these cameras are set up everywhere, so that way they take a picture of your license plate and they issue you a speeding ticket based on you going over a certain threshold of speed. Now, Pete Buttigieg says, look, racism is the biggest problem in this nation. We got to stop these racist cops.
So how do you shop and deliver?
Oh, that's it on it.
Shop for a customer's list of items at the store. okay
Capitalism.
We got to stop these racist cops. And these racist cops are writing people tickets based on them observing them speeding. So the solution is to make sure every single American gets way more tickets. So before, there was a little bit of an element of luck in the situation. If you happen to be speeding in a certain area and an officer happened to be in that area and they happen to observe you speeding, then you would get pulled over, and then it would be based on the officer's discretion on whether or not you got a speeding ticket. But Pete Buttigieg is trying to get rid of that altogether. Pete Buttigieg is trying to throw traffic cameras everywhere so that there is no dispute. There's no need for an officer. There's no need for somebody to write you a citation. If you go over the limit, even for a second, that camera will snap and a ticket will be mailed to your home. This is a direct tax on the poor in order to pay for other ridiculous components of his agenda, like raising the bridges on the parkway so buses that aren't allowed on the parkway can go through those bridges because those buses carry Puerto Ricans to the beach.
Or if an underpass was constructed such that
It just didn't sound right. I don't think a fucking Ecuadorian can say fucking Puerto Rican. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, this dude, this must be one of those fucking, what do you call those? What are they shit? What was they called? It was called something. It was called, what was they called? It was called, refugees that they smuggled in, those illegal aliens. This must be like one of those fucking early 90s illegal aliens that was brought in by the right. Holy shit, this is like, yeah, you just gotta love us. For no good reason. Holy shit, my fault, dude. Let me let you finish your shit.
Puerto Rican kids to a beach, or it would have been in New York.
I gotta
was
fight
designed
zombies
to
after this
by.
shit.
But that obviously
Holy
reflects racism
fuck.
that went into those
We
design
found
choices.
we found the head
This is
zombie.
legitimately what Pete Buttigieg is going
The-
for. This ticketing of
the
you on the
vampire,
road via
as they call
machine
them.
is meant to pay for California's rail system that is never going to get built. It's already been delayed 10 years, and it's already up in terms of cost $70 billion because Pete Buttigieg needs more money, and he's framing it in terms
That
of
guy
equity.
don't look
The
black
Democrats are
either,
punching
yo.
you directly in the face, or actually in reality, directly in your wallet, and they're telling you
Whoa.
that they're doing it to fight
No, I'm
racism
sorry.
because ultimately their agenda is to extract as much money, as much capital as humanly possible from you. And I got news for you. If you seized all the billionaires' wealth in this nation, you wouldn't be able to pay for half of the Democratic agenda in a single year. So yeah, while you might not be able to drive over the roads and bridges of the United States of America without dinging your car due to potholes or without bridges collapsing in this great nation, you can be rest assured that Pete Buttigieg is considering gender, sexuality, and race in terms of who he's hiring to not fix those bridges. He's thinking about raising bridges on the parkway. And
I think that's the first time he brought up gender sexuality, no? No? Judges? When did you say that he brought up gender sexuality before you called him a gay man, yo? What the fuck? Even when you was talking about people fucking getting these contracts, I think you just said, oh, all right, gender, all right, females is a different gender. My fault.
Kids, I just hope this ain't the car they arrest me in. The highway is on.
Texas? I don't know who that is. But, yeah. We have no clue the fuck that is, Texas. Anywho. Yeah, if you say so. Yeah, go on, my fault.
single ones that are in decay so buses can bring Puerto Ricans even though buses aren't allowed on the parkway, and he'll be ticketing the hell out of you by subsidizing the implementation of these cameras across everywhere. And by the way, in New York, they're near school zones, but I got news for you. We live in a densely populated city. Every single place is a school zone, and if they implement it at a set period of time, trust me, they will be increasing that time. That's what Governor Cuomo did when on Mother's Day, in order to celebrate the mothers, he increased the time threshold of these cameras.
Hold on, this dude says they fucking... Wait, so the population's so dense that everything's a school zone? What sense does that fucking mean? Let me find out that fucking if you're near a kid, you're in a school zone. The only thing I ever thought was that fucking if you was near a park, you was near a school zone. What are you saying? Let's go there back one more time, Mr. Legal Man. Holy shit.
In New York, they're near school zones, but I got news for you. We live in a densely populated city. Every single place is a school zone, and if they implement it at a set period of time, trust me, they will be increasing that time. That's what Governor Cuomo did when on Mother's Day, in order to celebrate the mothers, he increased the time threshold of these cameras from about 5 p.m., when around school time, to all the way 11 p.m. at night, or was it 10 p.m.? It doesn't really matter. The fact is, these are revenue-generating items, and they're meant to extract it from you, everyday Americans, that are already paying the gas tax. Now, unfortunately, if you don't want these policies implemented, if you're against them, that makes you a racist. So suck it up, bigot, and pay those tickets while you drive over those crappy roads, because Mayor Pete is back from paternity leave, which, by the way, he is stunning and brave for going on paternity leave. It is so noble of a man to take a break to be with his child. Absolutely amazing and impressive in every way.
It's not. Again, my friend, You work fucking for YouTube. You work for Google. You work at home. If your girl has a kid, or if she had a kid, remember, fraternity divas, you just flicking your camera off. Imagine if somebody just fucking working all the time and not being able to fucking, enjoy their kids' first fucking moments of fucking air. Wow. Wow. Big heart on this fucking one. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's the thing I'm just not liking about these people. You know what I mean? Like, I imagine him leaving his job because he didn't like it, going into YouTube and then talking shit about everybody else because they getting the things in their job that this pussy couldn't fucking get. Fart sniffer. Tastes good? I bet. Just, again, this is why I say that this dude's just as bad as Anita Sarkarian, whatever that fucking chick from fucking Turkey is, whatever that Islamic chick is from fucking Turkey. You know what I'm saying? These two are the fucking same, dog. They'll say real stupid shit. Real stupid shit, dog, and then adds truth with a smile. With a smile. Holy shit. Don't get it wrong, This dude does not like black. This dude is a clear racist, He don't like black. We clearly just realized he don't like Puerto Ricans. And for some reason, he does not like midgets.